Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just doing a quick framing test to ensure that you're not just seeing my neck down, chin down, because previously I framed the fab, forgot that the car's tiny and I'm tall, and you had to endure the first 15 minutes just the body talking. So we'll see. Right, that appears okay. So, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always, and thank you very much for all your kind comments, likes, subscribes, shares, discussions, suggestions, etc, etc. All very, very much appreciated. Sorry, I'm waving this around like a wand. It was the last thing that I collected whilst gathering up all the gear. Right, let's get straight into it. We're doing Fabia. Paint's looking all right as it goes. Wheels are filthy, which is perfect. Paint's, you know, it's 2 weeks actually. 2 weeks since I cleaned this car. So, enough grime to be getting on with to make good usage of products, etc, etc. So let's have a sniff in the boot of the Foz, where I'm working from today. So today we're doing, let's do it in order. Garage Therapy GT1 Wheel Shampoo V2. And then we are doing Garage Therapy Snow Foam V2. And obviously rinsing. Then we're doing Car Shampoo V3. And we're not doing the rinseless today. There's no point, I can use that another day. I probably won't use the QD, but we'll definitely get the Sigma V3 on at the end, which will be interesting. So we're not putting any wheel products on the wheels, you know, no, definitely no Built Hamber, definitely no Halford's wheel cleaner. I'd been interested in having a shampoo where I can just do a kinder process on the Foz. So instead of, once it's spring and I've cleaned the barrels, etc, etc, and then done, I've got some G-Technic ceramic wheel coat. Once I've done that, then I'm going into gentle cleanse for Foz all the time. Obviously, Fab will still be getting its normal cleaning process because Fab attracts a lot more dirt. Right, let's just get this on the trusty, nope, not such a pretty sight. Hey, let's put this here a minute. My apologies. So I've already put the wheel cleaner in the wheel brush bucket. And all we have to do now is not that, is activate it. I'll just grab the lance extension and the product. We'll give that a zhuzh up, and then we'll have a little nose at the product blurb. Couple of points to note about this. You only need, it says 20 mil in 4 or 5 gallons. For moderately dirty wheels. I've gone 30 mil, it says 30 mil for dirty. Oh, so I'll give that a zhuzh up. As you can see, activated nicely. Excuse me. So, it says, incredible high cling foam that lasts the full wash process, formulated to tackle brake dust and road grime, reduces the need for strong chemicals, advanced lubrication system for safer contact cleaning, contains rust inhibitors, yippee, more lubricating versus V1, more concentrated versus V1, greater cleaning power versus V1. Well, I haven't tried V1, but I've cleaned a wheel or two in the past, so let us see. let us see. So when I was talking about the concentration, interesting. So far, I've mixed up the snow foam is ready mixed up in the MJJC, and as discussed, I've mixed up the wheel cleaner. So I've used 30mm wheel cleaner, so that is very economical, and I used 50mm of foam, snow foam, in about 500ml of water. Right then, so let's have a look. It also says on their website that you can use the same product for cleaning the walls of the tyres. And it says if you need additional power, consider using some fallout remover first. So there. Interesting that it cleans the sidewalls, eh? So why have I got it? You know, it's not that I've been dissatisfied with the products I use. Obviously, doing content for the channel means I'm always looking at new stuff that I could fit in with my routine, high enough quality for me, my requirements, my viewers, what people would enjoy. And ever since I was gifted kindly from a channel member some Garage Therapy tyre serum, I love it. It's so good. Right, so I wonder, that's once over with a brush. What I will say, as you can see, you're getting, they're right, the bubbles are clinging. So we'll go in with the nuts very briefly. Just round the valve cap. And we'll just dig into that rim with this. And what I was thinking today, you know, I'm going to spend quality time with the products. I had been thinking about doing, you know, little 10-15 minute short, 10-15 minute videos, so not short, long play, because I've got such a backlog of little bits and bobs I bought. I bought the Garage Therapy stuff with my own money, just for note. Also, I had a £300 voucher for 30 years of service at the company I work for. So I bought myself some bits and bobs, gave my daughter 110 quid as a little treat, and I had a card with 100 quid on it remaining, and I thought I was going Halfords and buy a myriad of things that I haven't tried before that would be enjoyable to have a little spin on the channel. So that's what I did. And I've got a backlog of them. I've got a backlog of bits and bobs. And yes, I'm probably taking a bit longer than usual, but like I say, just going to spend adequate time with the product so we can get a understanding of its feel, its cleaning power. Is it right that it says it remains bubbly throughout? We seem to be getting that. Seems to have adequate cleaning power. I've got a few little grizzly bits. I think, well, I've had some product fling. Nothing too bad. The wheels are in dire need of a refurb, I know. Give them tyres another go. But like I say, I'm not rushing. A bit like a YouTube machine this morning with content. Been really enjoying myself. It's been lovely. It's been sort of semi-taxing week at work, and I've put plenty of effort into considering content. And here we are. Weather's all right. We're good. Right. Let's go in for a clean. So it's nice to use, smelt nice, felt nice, plenty slick, plenty bubbles, all good. Well, like I say, I took my time so we could do more waffle, but that's good. It's good, it's done good. I've mixed up way too much, so I might have to use my time appropriately and clean some other car wheels. Might just do them all while I'm at it. Anyway, so that's really, really good. Really pleased with that. Right, so I'll pause cam and then we'll do snow foam. So just before I get into snow foam, that's the wheel that you'd seen, and I spent probably less time on them, if I'm honest. Just buzzed round, you know, I'm not chatting, doing things for camera, etc, etc, but I just buzzed round. A couple of things to note: it chewed through the brake dust and top level of dirt like a champion. Also, they're absolutely right. So this, it's nice when manufacturers say the foam clings throughout, because look, normally when you've killed half a bucket and been working it and it's been full with dirt, etc, etc, the bubbles are starting to dissipate. So what this meant was, I did, after I shot the first one, I went on, did back, passenger back, driver's front, all of those, and they were still foamy. And that was nice. So there was no, oh, it's going to dry, I know it's dry on the wheels, etc, etc. It was good. And, you know, again, really nice on the tyres too. These have had garage therapy tyre serum, probably 2, maybe 3 times. Almost looks like it's stripped the coating. Anyway, they're clean, they've come out nice, good, all good, really enjoyable. Right then, snow foam. And right, let's think. Snow foam was, manufacturer's recommended amount is 1 part product, 9 parts water. So that would be 10 mil of water in 90 mil, 10 mil of product in 90 mil of water. So a 10% is a solid figure. I'd say I'm giving up with 2-to-1s and ratios. Percentages. It's all about percentages from now on for Adam. Right, so good old faithful MJJC. We'll get one side doused. We'll have a little look at how it's looking. 10% product. Nice. That's a nice weakness. I'm pleased with that. Right. Bit thin, even from MJJC, for MJJC standards. However, as we know, it's not about the thickness. What we're interested in is cleaning power. So we'll get that all over. It's going to be gone soon, isn't it? we'll get it all over. I am going to double check the packet just to be doubly sure. Yeah, it was 100 mil in 100 mil of product in 900 mil of water. I've halved that because it's a small car, so I've gone 50 mil in 500 mil of water. That's thin as you like. That is thin as you like. Right, let's blast that a bit, and then we'll see what happens if we add some additional concentration to the mixture. Let's blast that. Because look, it's almost gone. Excuse me. Right. Let's get this to my desired angle. Let's have a little blast. Sorry. Floor analysis. We are seeing a reasonable level of dirt pull down. Apologies, before I blast this to death. So we are seeing, despite the speed, we are seeing dirt pull down, which is nice. That's what we want. You stay with me now. Well, it's a nice finish. Did I get enough on the boot? Yes. So this was the dirtiest part. We had that level of dirt, so we can do that thing here. Just pressure washer. See, this is that part where you say to yourself, right, do I want to sacrifice another chunk of liquid, product, or do I carry on that thin throughout? But you know what people always wonder? You know, oh, I want it really thick. Double check. I told a lie. I was reading the ratio of something else. Idiot. Right. Well, we live and learn. We're all in it together. Let's do that right now. So I'm going to remix 100 ml of product, 400 ml of water, and then we'll get that on and see how that goes. Right. I made a boo-boo. I was reading the wrong product packaging. You'll all think I'm crazy. Oh well, I meant to say at the start of the video, this is not a how-to guide. This is my first experience with the product. Anyway, it says I should have done PIR, panel impact ratio tests, etc., to work out the dilution ratio. But we are where we are. There we go. This is more like 150 ml in 700 ml of water. So double the thickness that I tried initially. And as you can see, it's lovely and it smells good. Make sure I get the arches. Right, let's have a nose around that. Apologies about that. But hey, some free entertainment. So let's check the price. Just check how much that was on my phone. So I ordered it quite a while ago. Sorry, multitasking. Good time to see the dwell, etc, etc. So garage therapy snow foam, 14 quid. So I just used a good 10% of the bottle. So that's £1.40. So it's not cheap, is it? It's not cheap, but as you saw from my slight boo-boo, which is also something I like doing, not making boo-boos, but I like testing products weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker to see what we can get out of them. When it was on weak, 50ml in 500ml of water, that still cleaned really well, and what it did to the panel was really, really impressive. So, you know, probably all right, just less impressive to look at. This did go on nice. It was pretty lively. You know, it's like it was blowing bubbles. Good. So I'm using my other paw to get the sprayer ready. Obvious test squirt. So it's still sitting there quite nicely. Still sitting there nicely. It's very bubbly, which is good. I read or watched another video the other day, and they're saying that, you know, these products you can put on with a sprayer. They do almost as well, but with foam, and this is just one person's opinion, and you know how humans work. You hear someone's opinion, you either disagree or hear something in there that you think, oh, that sounds feasible. I like that idea, I'll stick with it. Anyway, they were saying, while this is sliding off, coolio, it's cleaning, but when the bubble pops, it's like getting another bite of the cherry. Interesting, eh? Yeah, who knew? I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But anyway, it's sitting well, it's moving well. I'm happy. So now it's a bit like the Halfords Advanced, you know, all well and good, but it's taking ages to rinse. And it has that sort of slight gelatinous as you start hitting it, and that then in turn needs hitting more. I enjoyed my experience better with Halford Snow Foam when I reduced it, and I'm going to do that again tomorrow. 25ml in 500ml liquid, wonderful. Cleaning power is almost the same, and you know, it's far superior when it comes to rinsing. You know, you're not there for ages and ages and ages getting it off. Right, I'm going to get that all rinsed. I will be back in a mo, and then we'll have a look at what product's next. Well, other than my slight faux pas at the beginning, which probably had you all screaming at the camera, the phone, telly, laptop, whatever, going, you idiot, you're talking about the wrong product. To err is to human, I think, is something people say. It's been a long day. Oh, when I read the correct ones, I was like, oh, not PIR tests. I know, it's not rocket science, but anyway, while I was doing it, I suddenly thought, Oh, this is a shame. I'm almost finished. Seem to have got through them really quick. I'm on to Sigma next, and then thought, I haven't done the 2 bucket wash. It performed really well. And just talking about Sigma quickly, we're going to say that Fabia is like a semi-coated car. Anyone that watches the channel regularly will know that I put on Chemical Guys Hydro Slick Ceramic, and I use some kind of topper every single weekend. And whilst certain parts of the car are looking a bit dead, the uppers, well, only bit that's dead really, boot and lowers. Right, let's grab next product. Anyway, really pleased with the cleanliness, the power, really good. Obviously, took ages to rinse once I mixed it up thicker, so common sense to me says in the winter time, for a maintenance wash for a car of this level of cleanliness, I'll just be using 50ml in 100ml of water. And for the future, I will indeed and of course do PIR tests. So let's see. Shake well, check. 10ml for a moderately dirty car in a 4 to 5 gallon bucket. That is crazy, man. That means you'd get 100 washes out of this. Crazy. Or 20ml for a heavily soiled car. Now look, I mean, oh, we don't need to go back. This car's moderately dirty. Pre-rinse the car, yeah. Wash the car with a mitt or wash pad, starting from the top, working down to ensure the dirtiest parts of the car are washed last. Yes, correct. Rinse thoroughly. While I'm here, I remember when I was doing the Mondeo, I accidentally washed a bit at the bottom. I'm going to blame that on nerves, new location, and the fact that it was like an ice rink that day. But anyway, for best results, use 2 bucket method. Yeah, work 1 panel at a time, working in straight lines. Yeah. Car shampoo is high foaming and can be used for a foam lance to provide additional lubrication. 1 to 9 ratio is ideal. Ooh, exciting. I do like it when you can put it through a foam lance. Just saves that one additional step, in my opinion. And I know people saying, oh, well, then you can't get round quick enough, it gets dry. Well, I've not had that problem with Subaru, and that's pretty big. And I've certainly not had that problem with this. Maybe in the middle of summer, yeah. My apologies. They've got them child caps on. I don't want to use teeth. I'll edit this bit out, I promise. Oh, maybe I need pliers. I'm in. Holy smokes. Right, let's make sure this is in shot. 1 capful, approximately 10ml. Holy smoke, it's thick. Right. There. That's all that's going in. Warm water. Apologies, just using the end of my finger to ping any additional product out because it is that thick. Let's get cam. I will forward a little bit that I was just faffing around trying to get the lid off. Oh. That is crazy, man. 10ml. How? Right. I knocked over my beloved MJJC. Oh, new one soon. Won't be long. Won't be long. Apparently, V1, or the new version, first iteration of the new Pro device, V3 Pro I think it is, There's been some initial complaints about the strength of the material, therefore failing drop tests. So I've been in touch with a manufacturer and am waiting for the second iteration of the latest MJJC Pro. As soon as it's available, one's on its way, and we'll get that tested on the channel as normal. Right, 10 mil, how? Smells all right. Feels nice and slidey. Feels all right. Feels all right. Car feels dirty. Right. Nice. Yep, no complaints. Right, rinse. I promise I'll do it the right way. Yeah. Still got like a reasonable level of water action on the glass, which is weird. Maybe it's the toppers I use. Part of me says it can't possibly be Glaco anymore. That was ages ago, and the weather's been horrific. Who knows? I know I have been told that you can use toppers for Glaco. I haven't been sort of studious enough, I suppose you could say, or on it enough for keeping up with that. So that bird has flown. Right, let's get this last bit done. We'll have a little nose at that. Yeah, it feels okay. Nice and lively, considering that was only 10 mil. 100 washes out of that bottle. 100 washes. There's not many products you could say that about, is there? Nothing that springs to my mind anyway. 100 goes. I'll have it forever. I've got other shampoos I haven't got round to trying yet. I think I've got some Built Amber that I haven't tried. Well, I might have tested a little bit. I've also got Bodywork shampoo, conditioner, Auto Glim to try. Oh, it's all going on. Right, giving that a thorough going over. Like I say, apart from doing the mental thing, you know, about mixing up the foam wrong, trying to spend an adequate amount of time with each product and enjoying it. Right. So we're not getting anything, excuse me, we're not feeling anything special. What should we be feeling? Premium quality, robust cleaning power, foam stabilising technology, lubrication that lasts the full wash, 33% more concentrated than version 1, that I can believe. More consistent performance in warmer and colder climates versus V2, higher quality surfactants versus V2, increased cleaning power. But I can't see gentle surfactants, emulsifiers, lubricants, fine. But it's not saying, it's not like Geon Bathe where you get a little bit of a booster or a topper in there. It's just cleaned the car. So we're still sheeting to dry here, which is what I'd expect. Still sheeting to dry there. This I've yet to hit. So it's not killed my coatings, that's what I'm saying. So while I remember, we're going to do Sigma in the traditional fashion. We are going to get this dried, clean, rinsed. I'll do it shampoo fully, obviously off camera. Then I'll rinse it, dry it, and then we'll put the Sigma on in the traditional fashion. And when I say that, that is on with a cloth, off with a cloth. But I've also seen a wonderful video by Supercharged Llama, I think it's called, detailing channel, fabulous. And he put it on once and then continued to use it as a drying aid. So when he's at this phase, a couple of squirts, and then use your towel, dry it off, and apparently protection, wonderful, and the longevity, wonderful. I have also read that it's not a straight up sealant, so it's a funny one. I think they sort of, someone else's opinion I'd read said it was more like a topper. The best way to understand it was that it's a topper. So I thought, well, Fabia's fine for that. Also, while we're on that subject, let me just grab something else. So whilst the Fabia's not had, you know, a traditional ceramic coating, it's had hydrophilic ceramic and it's pretty well looked after paint. So I thought a prime scenario to test Sigma. Anyway, so you'll have seen on the channel recently as well that I put a post of this on. This appeared recently. Really excited to try this. So obviously we're not putting that in with the garage therapy stuff, and prime candidate for that is Forester, because Forester's got no other coatings on it other than maybe Geon Wet Coat or Bathe Plus. Other than that, it's had nothing. So it can have that as his first coat, and then I will let it dry and I'll blast her and see how we get on. See what the water action's like, etc, etc. Right, I'll get around and get that all cleaned, and then we'll have a little look at the Sigma. Well, a couple of things. Number one, I mean, I wanted to find something that I particularly really enjoyed about the shampoo. Now, let's just stand here a minute. Actually, let's go back where I was. It's a nice shine. Right, so yeah, I really wanted to find something remarkable about it. Smell, average. Usage in the hand, fine. The thing that it stayed bubbly throughout, great. Got all around the whole car, fine. Cleansing, as you can see, great. While I was rinsing, I reread the entire package to see if it mentioned anything about gloss enhancers, visual appearance enhancer, SiO2 infused, or tiny percentage of carnauba or anything, but it doesn't mention anything like that. So I was like, you know, for me, I suppose you're thinking things like Bathe Plus gives you a degree of additional glossiness. Great. Anyway, when I come to drying, I will say the drying experience was brilliant. And, you know, this is a pretty well cared for car, but it's 17-year-old paint at the end of the day, maybe more now, probably more. Is it 2007? 18-year-old. God. Anyway, the paint's pretty well cared for. I did machine polish the roof, as regular viewers of the channel will know, but there are imperfections here and there, and its back end flanks is its best bit. Anyway, paint feels lovely. Here's the standout feature for that shampoo. It was really, really, really nice to dry. Really nice. And as you can see, I've done nothing else to it. Normally, by this point in my maintenance wash, I'd have done Geon Wet Coat or other. Anyway, so yeah, it's got a nice little shine about her. Right then, so against normal practice, I was thinking about this while I was having a little bit of time to myself, and I thought, do you know what? Normally, for me, I like to try a product and we look at how it goes on, and then we discuss it in the comments, etc, etc. and various ideas and suggestions come to light, and then we do tests later on down the line. And I thought, you know, all we're going to do today is look at what it goes on like. But I also thought, you know, I'm not one of those people that would, I thought about 50-50 in the bonnet, because look, it's only the Skoda at the end of the day. We go 50-50 the bonnet, and then we can look at hydrophobic nature throughout the week. But here's the reality. I'm not one of these people. If I was, when I shoot a video, I get really, really excited and I can't wait to get it up. But what I probably should do is put this in the bank, coat the car, and then shoot it every weekend so I can do a durability test. But I just don't work like that, I'm sorry. However, I will do something that I don't normally do, and we'll coat this and then we'll test. Oh, it's leaking, please no. So, features and specifications: premium quality, wax, sealant and coating compatible, extends and enhances protector, standalone sealant or topper, extreme gloss and colour shift, improved durability, hydrophobics and slickness over version 1, improved application versus version 2. I had heard version 2 was a bit streaky deaky, could be streaky deaky. And I had also read slightly damp cloth for getting it off can help. Maybe, no, damp cloth for getting it on, dry for getting it off, and smaller weave for getting it off as well. Big, fluffy, boofy bad boys don't do it. Shake well, done that. Prime the face with 1 to 2 sprays. 1, 2. Sprayer's nice, extremely sensitive. So you feel like you're on the cusp of it coming out any second. Then spray directly on the paint with 1 to 2 full sprays and spread evenly over the surface. At this stage, do not buff off and allow to cure for 10 to 15 seconds. 1, 2. So, primed pad. We'll get that in. It did overspray, as you saw when I tried to put the thing down, it went. So let's get that on, get it sort of moderately worked in, and I'm going to use the same cloth. Why not? I've got tons in the car, but hey, let's just flip it. These are all straight out the wash. Let's find a nice, clean beauty. Right. I'm going to say that was 10-15 seconds. So, feels all right. Easy to remove, which is always a consideration. And it means I might realise my dream of achieving 2 more things today, and that is taking the Forester for a spin and taking the dogs for a little walk. Well, I will say, let's find somewhere safe for that. Just in my eye, that was looking wonderful as I was going over it. But maybe that's a placebo, you know, because as you're applying products, you want them to look and feel better than when the product wasn't on there, because of the time and effort expended to get it on there. The reason I'm looking here, you can see I've not been down here, so if we want to get any sort of ocular reference, it's just really nice. It's got that fresh out the body shop sort of vibe. Right then, I'm going to do something totally and utterly against my principles and everything I stand for, but let's have a nosy nose, shall we? I've heard beading good, not incredible, not the fastest, but good. Well, we're not going to complain about that, are we? And it's not a million miles away from how easy it is to put on Geon wet coat. You know, just the other way around. One last blast. So you can see that drying. Ooh. So we're happy. We are happy. Right, let's get that, while it's like that, we can do that test, can't we? Hiya. Let's get that test out of the way while it's wet. So this is drying aid option. Same 2 mist sprays and then drying towel. We'll go over. Well, supercharged llama. Supercharged larger. I don't suppose he might have been called that. Supercharged llama. Wasn't wrong. Feels nice as a drying aid. Right, I'm going to spin around the whole car. We'll have a look at the shine at the end and then we'll wrap that one up. And I'll tell you what I felt about all the products and you can laugh more about my snow foam mishap. See you in a moment. Right, let's have a little look at the last product. I wasn't going to do this one, but what the heck. Right, let's get you there. So this is Garage Therapy Quick Detailer. Quick Detailer, unique blend of car shampoo and nano sealant to give that perfect finishing touch to your car's paint. So let's do it. Simple spray and wipe will give the surface a good clean whilst laying down a protective coating that resists UV light, dirt and road film. So it's getting the shuts. Oh, the bottles are a bit tragic, man. The bottles are a bit tragic. Oh, it smells nice. I'm not a big QD quick detailer user, to be honest. Maybe I have started doing the shuts more, but sometimes a neat squirt around with Geon is enough. Anyway, it feels very slick. It felt like it went on nice. It definitely smelt nice. Finish seems perfectly adequate in my limited experience of QDs. Oh, can't do the back passenger door. It's stuck shut. However, driver side is fine. I'm treating Fabia to a very special treat. She's going to Skoda to get a thorough looking after. Oh, I hate these bottles. Honestly, you look at them and you're covered in it. Which, when I got the QD out a minute ago, I thought, oh, rather than doing the wrap up, we'll do QD. And then I got squirted with it straight away. I was like, they must product test, you know, when the supplier, you know, you've got a new product, you've come up with a great idea, they send you the trigger bottle sample, you fill it with water, you go out in the car park and see what the user experience is like. If everyone gets covered in it, the user experience isn't good enough. Some people don't like washing cars, so if you get the product out, then you immediately get covered in it. Anyway, that done good. Apart from tragic bottle. So that's 5 of those products tested. Number 1 note: do that little nipple up immediately, because as soon as you squeeze it, you're wearing it. Same with the Sigma. As soon as I touched it, I realised, as soon as you touch the bottle, you're wearing it. Right then, let's just get that off. I shall be back. Do you know what? I might even do this on cam, eh? I had a bath and everything this morning. Admittedly, that's a long distant memory now. It has been a busy day of shooting. Right, let's hope that that is adequate angle and crop. I'll get the products one at a time. Hang on a minute. Let's bring them all over. Then I can go through them one at a time. Just making sure the Sigma bottle is closed. So we'll go through them in order that I used them. So, Garage Therapy wheel shampoo. Absolutely everything I could have hoped for. I sort of thought it might struggle because they were pretty dirty fronts. But it done a wonderful job. Used next to nothing and smelt good, went on good, stayed bubbly throughout. It hung and sort of clung on the wheels so I could go all the way around. You see the sun's starting to come out, went all the way around and they still stayed bubbly. Really thick, really concentrated. That was great. One of the standout items for me, personally, the foam. Well, I've used like £1.30, £1.50's worth. Probably my initial test was fine, which I normally stick to. If I can't be bothered to do PIR or I'm unsure, I always go 100ml in 900ml of water in the MJJC, and that is a pretty good rule of thumb for me. My water, my sprayer, my hose pressure, my MJJC, everything. Happy days. So I probably would have stuck with that, but it was definitely pretty thin. So it's never going to beat touchless. Even when like I doubled up the amount, so it's 150ml in, I don't know, can't remember, didn't measure it, just whacked it in. But even if it got near to the same thickness as touchless, because the amount you had to use is going to cost a fortune. I can get away with putting 50ml of touchless in 950ml of water, get around the whole car, have enough left for half another car, and it cleans wonderfully. So I don't mind it getting thinner, but it's got to have some dwell time. That probably wouldn't have hung around for a minute at its first setting, and at its thicker setting it was great, but then it took a millennium to clean. So possibly just needs to be a little bit foamier. Cleaning power, fine. If it was foamier at a lower concentration, you'd be probably looking closer to, you know, being erring towards what touchless does, or erring towards what Halford's Advanced Snow Foam does. So the shampoo, that's the least impressive for me, really. It's just the car shampoo. However, it was wonderful to dry. Nothing particularly special about it. I mean, the value is insane. You get 100 washes out of that, which is nuts. One cap, so this is going to last me forever. Or a while. So, yeah, one cap full. It's really thick, really concentrated. Didn't do anything special in the wash department, didn't do anything special in the hydrophobicity or water action department, but was wonderful to dry. Sigma, great. Time will tell. It says this can give you 9 weeks durability in a single application. So we'll see. We shall see. Smelt good, easy on, easy off. I used a sort of tight weave, high density microfiber towel for on, slightly damp, and then just purely from where I'd had some water where I sprayed it. And then a high density short pile microfiber for off, and everything was cool. And then when I was finished, I went over with a Chemical Guys Happy Endings plush, longer sort of microfiber, and yeah, lovely, lovely. That bit went a treat. And I'm not really a massive QD user, so you know, I just got this for testing purposes, but it done good. It smelt nice. The bottles are horrific, honestly. When you bend down or try and put this, it squirted then. If I squeezed it, it comes out, even though it's shut. It is crazy. I've got a right thing about bad bottles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. I very, very much... Oh, before we do the wrap up, let's have a look. Better have a look, haven't we? Better have a look. So it has provided a good, you know, the garage therapy experience was nice. And, you know, I have no complaints. Yeah, it feels nice. It looks nice. Certainly happy with the gloss. That is for sure. That is for sure. But yeah, it definitely looks good. Right, let's get this down. And I really should get a tripod, shouldn't I? Then I could stop saying sorry about the bin. For once. Right, I'm going to whiz all that away. As I say, thanks ever so much for tuning in as always. Hope you enjoyed that one. And if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all very, very much appreciated. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. All the very best. Bye-bye.